Hello, so you may get an exam question asking you to evaluate access to justice, and there are plenty of points to talk about. So first of all, let's discuss the duty solicitor. Everybody is entitled to have free legal advice at the police station. So this is good. This provides access to justice to all, regardless of income. So it's particularly good for poorer people. And this upholds the rule of law that everyone is entitled to legal advice and representation. However, the duty solicitor is often a trainee solicitor, which means that they're less experienced. They may also not attend the police station and they just give you advice over the phone, which could be issues there. Maybe the quality of the advice is not as good. Sometimes they advise you to give a no comment interview. So what that means is they will say, answer no comment to every one of the police's questions, which you are entitled to the right to silence. However, it does harm your defence in court if you then say something that you didn't mention in your police interview. So does this then breach Article 6 of the right to a fair trial? Okay, the other issue is that legal funding since 2010 has been dramatically reduced. It is very difficult to get any legal aid. You can't get any legal aid for personal injury cases at all. So you are forced to go to a no-win, no-fee solicitor and have a CFA. Now, the problem with CFAs is that the solicitors only take on very strong cases, and damages are reduced by the success fee. And not all firms offer this option, so you may be looking further afield for a firm. And also people may decide to represent themselves. So one of the impacts of a fall in legal aid, I think it's over £1 billion since 2010 has been cut. So yes, people may decide to represent themselves, and that increases the delays. You're more likely to lose, and it puts pressure on other advice agencies. However, the CFA does allow you to take a case to court. It does allow you to receive justice. You have got experienced lawyers, and there's no need to pay anything up front. And there's an element of certainty because they only take on strong cases. So if they take on your case, hopefully you will win your case. Another positive point is there are so many different advice agencies available. You don't have to rely upon expensive solicitors. Advice can be for free. Again, this is important, particularly if you are poorer. So there is access for all people, which means that there is justice. And the range, you have the Citizens Advice. They deal with a lot of things. However, it does rely upon volunteers. A lot of these advice agencies are charities, and they're probably quite busy, and they are underfunded. The number of firms who provide legal aid services has fallen. So in 2010, it was 2,000, and now it's under 1,000. So you may, as we said earlier, have to travel and represent yourself. And it's going to lead to an increase in delays. In terms of the means test, 3/4 of people in the magistrates' court don't get any legal aid. Interest of justice test means you're more likely to get legal aid if you've had past convictions, which is quite unfair on those who have no previous convictions. The other issue is, we've said about funding being cut. Well, if we give more funding to legal advice agencies or in providing legal aid, how will this be funded by the government? It means that the government has an opportunity cost. They might have to cut funding elsewhere. So there are a range of positive points, and also there are some problems with advice agencies. But let me know what you think in the comments. If you have any additional points, please feel free to contribute.